here right now. I'm fine. I'm not the person who's hurt. I can come back into this moment and be ready for English class. You have to often tap into the breath to regulate your body and come back to a place of like, oh, I am okay. So I'd like to try this activity with you, okay? It's called the box breath. Once I teach it to you, it'll be in your pocket. You can do it all the time. Anybody familiar with the box breath or 4x4 breath? Also, yeah, whoop, whoop. We got some breathing warriors in here, okay. All right, so the benefits of the box breath. The purpose, right, is to help decrease mental stress and chatter and worry, and it helps to also induce a state of calm. All right, so find a position that's comfortable for you. Hopefully you're not eating, you're done. And in that, I usually say a position where your head is over your heart and your heart is over your pelvis. You want to possibly, if you're seated, let's do a little posture clinic for you here. You want to kind of be seated in a way where your tushy is all the way back in the seat, and you're creating like a seat in your back. So you're letting the belly fall forward. This is the one time it's good to have a belly, right? So go ahead. I got a big one too, so y'all can't catch up. So want to let it hang forward, okay? So in this position, my head is over my heart is over my pelvis, and this will actually allow the breath to get all the way down in my belly and help stimulate a relaxation response by touching on something called the vagus nerve. Like I said, I'm a nerd, I can go all the way, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so all you're gonna do is follow the sound of my voice, okay? You can do this activity with your eyes open, or if you choose to close them, you may. You can you can lower your gaze and just kind of find a centralized place on the floor. If you choose to keep your eyes open, choice is yours, okay? All right, getting into that position where you have kind of a C in your back, taking in a deep breath. You're just gonna follow the sound of my voice. Breathing normally. Take in a deep breath. And now take in a deeper breath. And now take the deepest breath you've had all day, filling the belly with air. Try to get the air all the way down in the belly. Okay, returning the breath to normal. Just turning your attention inward a little bit. And I know it might be kind of weird. You're here with other students. But guess what? The place where you live is in your head. You live there before anyone else, and no one knows what's in there but you. And so sometimes take a moment to have an experience that isn't about what's going on outside, but is actually about what's going on inside. Do I need to separate y'all? I need to separate you? Okay. Please don't be a distraction. You're going to breathe in and breathe out, and I'm going to instruct on times when you're actually going to hold your breath. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Last one, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Returning the breath to normal. Notice how you feel. Does anyone feel different now than they did before? slowly coming down. Anyone else? Relaxing. Was somebody talking over here? How was that for you? How was that for you? Relaxing and calming. So you can do this anytime you need it, in your car, standing in line, right before you go into a meeting, just to settle yourself. 3 rounds is all you need. More is better, but it's enough. So tapping into our breath is one of the ways that we can mindfully bring ease to ourselves. There are some myths about meditation. There's a lot of reasons why people don't try it, even though they really want to. They think you have to stop thinking. Good luck. You cannot stop thinking. If you have a standard edition mind, it's gonna think. That's what they do. In fact, mindfulness is about getting even closer to the things that you're thinking. It's being aware of the thinking while it's happening, because most of it is happening below the surface and controlling what we think, what we say, and what we do without our awareness. People also think you have to be still. You have to sit still. You do not have to sit still for meditation. Did you know you can walk? It's a real thing. There is a walking meditation, just as effective as seated meditation. And in fact, strong meditators know that depending on how I feel in my body and my mind, I'm gonna choose a meditation posture that best supports me. If I'm, like you said, racing, I had a long day, I know I can't actually just sit down and be calm, right? So I might need walking meditation first, or yoga, or something else to get there. So you do not have to be still to meditate. If you pray, you meditate. If you go on long walks in nature, you're likely meditating. Don't have to be still. It's also not religious, and it's not anti-Christian. Meditation and mindfulness is about training the mind. It is not religious in practice, but it can be, like anything, right? And mindfulness and meditation is not for white people. I'm gonna say that again. Mindfulness and meditation is not for white people. Why do you think I said that? Anybody? Go for it.
Just to express that it's for everyone. It's not only something that one group of people can do, that all people can do.
Absolutely. And actually, meditation and mindfulness was actually started by brown people in brown countries, right? And so in this country, it's been brought to the West, and it's usually, and it is, has been concentrated in places of affluence and wealth and white people. And for that reason, there are many people of color who think that it's not for them. My first time I went to a yoga class, I was like, I don't know what this is, oh my God. And it was just a bunch of skinny white women in the class. And I felt out of place, and I felt like yoga was for white people and I didn't belong, right? And so it's really important that you know that these practices are ours. They are for us, and they are for everyone. Yeah? Okay. And for mindfulness to work, you should feel better. Ah! You will feel better. You will feel even the hurtful things much better. What it is you become a better feeler of things in general with mindfulness. You become a better holder of what's happening to you, right? It doesn't mean that you're instantly gonna feel like you're on cloud 9 every day. That's not life. And sometimes, in fact, what happens when you start to sit still a bit with yourself, what's called backdraft tends to happen. Anybody ever feel guilty for trying to do something good for themselves? Right? Like, I go in the store, I was like, I can't buy that shirt. I gotta get them some lacrosse gear. I'm gonna do this, spend this on something else, right? All the things. And so, even when we try to put ourselves first, the mind sometimes might trick us and make us think, oh, this is not the right thing to do. And so, all of that, myth. Truth. We're going to do a mindfulness meditation exercise. We're going to do mindfulness of emotions. And the things I want you to remember is the posture that I told you about, and also your intention. You came to this parent cafe today. You could be anywhere. You took the time to come here. And for the young people in the room, I don't know what religion you are. Let's just say we're talking about mystical, mythical things. One might say that you choose the parents you want or you're going to have before you come to earth. One could say. One could say, you chose your mom. One could say, I chose this son. Right? Because in life, all the people that are in our lives are there to teach us something. Mothers, fathers, children too. And so you're not here by accident today, and you're not in each other's lives by accident either. So remember your intention when you're sitting down to meditate. Why do you want to be here? And we're focusing our attention. With meditation, you will have to bring your attention back to this moment 1,000 times, just like training a puppy. Puppy does something, it's like running off. You have to keep training it to come back to this moment, keep training it to sit. It's the same thing with our mind. And so I'm just going to ask you to have a beginner's open mind to try these exercises. A beginner's open mind is like experiencing something you think you know, like it's the first time you did it, like you've never ever did it before. And you cannot do meditation wrong. It's kind of almost impossible. And the last thing, and research has shown, 5 minutes a day makes a difference. Just having the intention to be still, to invite ease, to be with the breath, clear your mind for 5 minutes a day will make a big difference in your life. So you can do it. Oh, so we're gonna do it. All right, so let's practice. I would